In this exquisite early 15th century illumination, the month of January starts out with a fabulous New Year's Day banquet, hosted by Jean, Duke of Berry, in one of his spectacular chateaux. He owned 17. It was good to be a royal duke. Brother to King Charles V of France, Jean enjoyed a life of luxury and wealth that the average person could only dream of. The vibrant scene we see here was carefully painted or illuminated by three brothers, Paul, Herman, and Jean de Limbourg, as part of a larger work, a manuscript now known as the Très Riches Heures, or the Very Rich Book of Hours, of the Duke of Berry, made between about 1412 and 1416. A Book of Hours was a popular type of late medieval prayer book intended to guide the devotions of Christians throughout the year. They can include prayers, psalms, and even calendar pages listing saints and feasts celebrated throughout the year, and illustrated with the appropriate zodiac signs and depictions of labors and pastimes associated with each month. Here we see Capricorn and Aquarius, the adjacent astrological signs for the month of January, with an image of the sun's chariot suggesting the transitions of the heavens below. Clearly, January, shown here, was a time of celebration for Jean. And just what are we celebrating? The new year, for one, a time of gift-giving and feasting. We are also celebrating the courtly magnificence of Jean himself. This manuscript, after all, was created for his private use. Jean takes up the most space of any figure in this scene. He is shown in profile, seated before a massive hearth, dressed in costly blue robes and wearing a thick gold collar and rich fur hat. A gold fire screen behind him serves the practical function of protecting him from stray sparks, while also framing him, almost like a halo. An avid collector of books, Jean had one of the largest private libraries of his day. When he commissioned this work, he already owned at least 14 other books of hours. But this one is special. It is larger than most, measuring 11.5 by 8.25 inches, and was painted on the highest quality creamy white parchment, an expensive support made from treated animal skins. The pigments used are also of the highest quality. We see extensive use of precious ultramarine blue, a pigment imported to Europe at great cost, and real liquid gold applied throughout. This material richness is continued in the subjects depicted. A page calls out, "Approach, approach," while extravagantly dressed courtiers gather near Jean, eager for a moment of his time. Jean's exalted status is conveyed through the red and gold canopy that hangs above his head, decorated with the fleur-de-lis symbol of France and his own emblems of a bear and a swan. He is also seated near a precious golden ship, or nef, a decorative vessel often used to mark the place of honor at a table. In fact, we see lots of costly decorative vessels and dishes in this scene. Gold and silver plates rest upon the table, as do golden cups, known as hanaps, for drinking wine, an activity one partygoer eagerly participates in. These precious objects were signs of Jean's enormous wealth. Gold and silverware could literally be liquidated as currency. The banquet hall exudes opulence. The vaulted wooden ceiling is carved and painted with delicate foliage, and the walls are hung with costly tapestries, playfully presented as though the tapestry scenes are merging with the space of the banquet. Mounted knights in shining armor wage battle in scenes taken from the story of the Trojan War. This emphasis on chivalry and military valor suits the male-only scene of revelry. A few small dogs wander the table, another is served meat carefully sliced by a servant. Wine flows freely, and food is plentiful. January was good to the Duke of Berry and his gentlemen.